that's what I was going to say. I don't know what it's like for the rest of the week. But, yeah, we shall see.
How's the doggy discipline going?
He's actually made massive improvements. Like, the sessions today is really weird. The sessions today, he's been asleep and not bothered. Don't jinx it, my girlfriend says. But
yeah, I was just about to say that.
We've just given him his toy to play for sort of before tea time. We'll see how occupied that keeps him. But yeah, it's tough love. Like, my shoulders aren't aching anymore from giving him walks. He's a bit better on the old walks. He likes to just pull and pull and pull and pull. And he gets super excited with the dogs and stuff. It's just classic puppy. And because he's 2, but he behaves like a 6-month-year-old. He just found a little bug on the floor, a little beetle with our plants, and he was just messing around with it as if it was a toy. And normally older dogs wouldn't really be bothered about like flies and bugs and stuff, but he is bothered. He's really bothered.
Does he have the snip?
No, but we have inquired.
That's possibly why then.
Yeah, we have inquired. I think have we got him booked in?
What?
For the snip?
Yeah.
Yeah, we've got him booked in.
Yeah, because that changes them from puppyish, doesn't it?
That's it. Yeah, yeah. So we shall see. I mean, he's good as gold when he wants to be. He knows his commands and stuff, but he doesn't want to be. That's the thing.
Nah, boring.
That is boring. Yeah. Evening, Helen. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Oh, Ant's been waiting. I didn't even see Ant's invitation.
Oops.
I wish it came up with a little sound.
Yeah, I wonder whether it does, because if you're a bit late, it's hard because you don't necessarily see it.
On my screen, I get like the tiniest little message saying invitation. Evening, Ant. You okay?
Yeah, good. Thanks. How are you?
All good. Thank you. All good. Right then, gang. I think we're all here. So let's get going. Let's get cracking. As you guys know by now, 10 bodyweight squats to kick us off. Find your space. Open up the hips. Open up the knees. Test your depth as much as you can. Take your time, 10 reps. Yeah, as soon as you said that, Gemma, the sun has come blasting out, which is nice. It's been a bit grey all day. After your squats, onto some lunges. You can either have a big step forward or big step back. Feet on train tracks, just take your time. 4 or 5 each leg. Keep the chest up nice, tall and proud. Test your depth. And he's got this makeshift bed of a blanket and a dressing gown because he had a little accident the other night. Then onto a side lunge. Separate the feet fairly wide just until you start to feel the tension through the hips. We're going to keep one leg straight. Dip down, sit the hips back, find the stretch, and then push across. And again, with this one, 4 or 5 each side. Almost have a little pause at the bottom. Four or 5 each side. Then hands up. In a big X position, we're going to rotate through the body down to the opposite toe. Straight legs, straight arms. Touch. And back up. Oh no. There's toys underneath the TV. And I'd rather save the TV. There you go. Just had nightmares of that falling off its stand. So through the rotation, 4 or 5 each side. Take your time. After your rotations, onto some straight leg kicks. Give something a little hold if you can, a door handle, door frame. Start off slow, find your rhythm. Then some speed, some height, 10, 12, 15 each leg. Just get some good movement through the legs. Storm. I know your toy's not underneath there now. Then after your straight leg kicks into your glute bridges, lie down onto your backs. Dig your heels into the floor, drive the hips up as high as you can go. We're looking for 15 reps. Lie down then. Small, lie down. Then after your 15 reps, before I move, after your 15 reps, feet together, knees together, rotate the lower back. Keep the shoulder blades super flat on the floor. 4, 5, 6 each side. Then I'll give you the demo standing up. Shoulder taps. Shoulder taps, try not to sway through the hips. Left, right, left, right, left, right. 4 or 5 each shoulder. And then we're going to have the Spider-Man rotation to finish off. The left foot drives up to the left hand. We keep the hips low. Big rotation. By all means, drop the opposite knee to keep things a little bit easier. While he's distracted, toy away. Come lie down. Lie down, Storm. If I said lie down on the sofa, you would, I'm sure. Okay, let's get cracking. Today, AMRAPs. As many reps as possible, as many rounds as possible. We've got 4 of them to look at, and they're going to be 4 minutes long. We've got 3 exercises inside. If you need an alternative, let me know. So let's get going straight away. We're going to have 8 on the left, 8 on the right. Step back, knee drive. Testing your depth if you can. Essentially, it's a lunge and a knee drive. 8 left, 8 right. We're then going to have a clam leg raise. Clam leg raise. So we hold a static clam position. We drive the hips up and down with the leg raise. So the hips don't move. We're going to have 8 on the left, 8 on the right. And then to finish off, we're going to have the hamstring bridge steps. We drive the hips up and we step out, step in. 1, 1, 2, 2, and we've got 8 of these. Hips never touch the floor. If you need an alternative, let me know. His name's Storm. Thor, that would be a good name. Now, he came previously named Storm, and he just about knows it when he wants to, whenever a food is involved. Right then, let's get ready. So we've got step back, knee drive, clamp leg raise, hamstring bridge step. 8's the magic number. And again, I'll run through them again as we go. 4 minutes on the clock. Step back, knee drive. Off we go. So we're just testing our depth. Step back, drive, step back, drive. Hands out for balance. Nice, tall, proud chest. 8 on one leg, 8 on the other. And he's lying down. Then we're going to have that static clam. Side plank, hips up, and then the leg raise. I can't do it with my desk in the way. Leg raise, 8. Hips stay where they are. 8 on the left, 8 on the right. And then your glute bridge steps. 8 steps. Good boy. So the 10 o'clock session, he was just like this the whole session, which was fantastic. There's some kids playing outside. Which isn't the most therapeutic noise. Keep pushing through rep by rep. Challenge yourself. Definitely quads, glutes, hamstrings, lower back in this first set. Approaching halfway. There we go, halfway mark. So whatever number of reps or rounds you've done now, see if you can double it. Keep up with that constant pace for the 4 minutes. So if you've done 2 rounds, get to 4. If you've done 3, get to 6. On the glute bridges, keep the hips up tall, nice and high. And extend the legs, up, down, long, short, long, short. Less than a minute to go, keep this up. Looking good. Keep fighting. Keep repping. "30 seconds to go. Keep going." Should definitely be burning now through the legs. The heart and lungs should be pumping. 20 seconds. All the way through. 10 seconds. Whatever exercise you're doing now, complete it. Don't worry about the time. Just get the reps done. So timer's up, but keep on repping. Just finish the reps that you're on. Fantastic work. That is set 1. Once you're ready, grab a drink, catch your breath slightly, keep the ball going. We'll keep the ball rolling. We'll keep this short rest. We have mountain climbers, press-ups, inchworm. So again, fairly full body movements. We're going to have 10 and 10 on the mountain climbers. 10 left, 10 right. Driving the knees in. Keep the knees low to the floor. By all means, go to elbows on a sofa to make it slightly easier. Or you can stay away from the mountain climber, flip onto your back, do the exact same with your legs. Very similar movement, completely different outcome. Press-ups, we're going to have 10. Let's turn them into reverse press-ups. So it's an opportunity to decelerate on the way down, as the downwards phase is a lot easier. Let's challenge ourselves. So we're going to go 10 press-ups, but we're going to start on the floor. Squeeze up, push. Squeeze up, push. However you get down is entirely up to you. By all means, again, you can do that from the floor. So like a dorsal raise, press up. And then inchworm. We have 5 reps of an inchworm. Test your flexibility. Mine's not very good. A little bit more forward. Walk, 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 walk. Inch by inch. Press up if you want, or an extended plank to make things harder. And then we come back up. So again, that inchworm is full body. 5 to finish. Once you've done your 5 inchworms, back into your mountain climbers. So another 4 minutes. Fairly tough on the upper body. These muscles will start to fatigue quickly. So pace yourself for the 4 minutes. Let's get ready. Mountain climbers, 10 left, 10 right, off we go. So those mountain climbers are going to shock the body, get the heart rate up, get the lungs pumping. And it's all about the strength. Stay rigid. Head, shoulders, hips, heels. Strong as steel. Be a nice plank of wood as you press up. And then if you're confident, you decelerate on the way down. If you're not very confident, give it your best shot. And you can always collapse. You haven't got far to go. So 10 reverse press-ups. And then onto your inchworms. Nice deep breath through the inchworms. Take your time. You can maybe swap out the press-ups and go for like an extended plank where you just see how far your hands can go. And then walk yourself back in. 5 reps of the inchworm. And then back again into those climbers, keeping it intense. This one for me is one of the toughest ones out of the 4. Obviously depends on where your strengths lie. Approaching halfway, keep this up. Again, whatever number of reps, sets you've done, rounds you've done, see if you can double it. So 1 minute 40 on the clock. Keep repping. If you do need to shake off the shoulders and have a 5-second breather, by all means, go do. It's all about what you do after the rest. Anyone can rest in a workout. It's what you do after the rest. "50 seconds left. So after this, we'll be halfway. 2 down, 2 to go. 30 seconds. Keep repping. Push through. Final few. $10 to go. Whatever you're doing now, complete the reps. Don't worry about the time, just complete your number of reps. And then relax there. Fantastic work. That is number 2 done. Nice deep breath, shake off the shoulders, do what you need to do. I'll explain number 3. We'll dive straight in. Leg raise, plank twist, and a sprog. Leg raise, we're going to go 10 reps. Lots of variations to create difficulty. Most basic, most common, sit on your hands, straight legs, we drive up. If you do have any lower back pain, sit on your hands again, keep the knees bent. If you want a challenge, hands above your head, leg raise and hips. So the hips come off the floor as well. Then we have the plank twist. Again, lots of different variations. You can go sofa to make it a little bit easier. Then straight arms to make it a little bit easier. Knees to make it a little bit easier. If you want to make it harder, go with the elbow. 5 on the left, 5 on the right. Elbow plank, twist up. Elbow plank, twist up. Reach for the sky. You almost pivot on the toes as well. By all means, drop down to the knees in any variation to make it a little bit easier. And then we've got sprogs or a bear hold. I'm going to say 5 sprogs or a 10-second bear hold. Wrists underneath your shoulders, feet underneath, knees underneath your hips. 1, 2, 3, all the way to 5, or knees off, and we hold for 10. Just have a little internal count and hold for 10 seconds. Gemma, do we need an alternative for maybe the sprogs, or are you okay with the bear hold?
I'm going to try the bear hold. If it's only 10 seconds.
Yeah. Okay, perfect. If you are struggling, let's chuck in. Let's go for a dead bug. Okay. Let's go for like 5 on left, 5 on the right.
How many leg raises was it again?
10 leg raises it is.
10.
10 leg raises. 5 left, 5 right on the plank twist. And then your 10-second bear hold or your 5 sprogs. And let's get ready. Number 3. 10 leg raises. Off we go. So again, you've got the different levels of leg raises. Adding the hips, a little hip movement adds all the difference. And again, either sitting on your hands or hands above the head will make a huge difference. Then your plank twist. Essentially, the lower you are to the floor, the harder it's going to be. So if you go to elbows, that's one of the hardest variations. Then if you go to the sofa and straight arms, that's one of the easiest options. That's 5 on the left, 5 on the right. And then your sprogs. 5 sprogs. The bigger the movement, the harder it's going to be. Keep the knees off the floor. Or you can do the bear hold, where you just hold for 10 seconds. Put your mind in that happy place. Distribute your weight across the hands and the toes. And then you're back into the leg raise. Approaching halfway. Keep this up. There we go, we're halfway. Keep repping, keep this up. I think this one will definitely creep up to be a hard one. Muscle groups that tend to fatigue quicker in the abdominals and the shoulders. Definitely won't be easy. So well done for pushing through. We're nearly there. Keep repping. So every 4 minutes, take advantage of the 4 minutes. You're already here in the session live. Fantastic. Tick that off. There's 4 sets. Complete all 4. Tick that off. But then within the 4 minutes, take advantage, challenge yourself on every rep. We're looking for like an 8 out of 10. In terms of difficulty. Here we go, last 30 seconds. Keep repping, and then we have one more to look at. Which is, again, very similar. Definitely trunk involved, but could be full body. Ten seconds. Don't stop, don't slow down. All the way. Again, whichever exercise you're doing now, complete the reps. Don't worry about the time. 3, 2, 1. Finish off your reps. Well done. That is number 3 complete. Okay, let's have a look at the final one. Super sit-up. So this is going to be all about the deceleration phase and the super sit-up. We're going to have 10 reps on the super sit-up. We're going to have a glute bridge leg raise. That's going to be 10 on the left, 10 on the right. And then we're back in with another plank variation. We're going to have a plank leg extension. 5 left, 5 right. So, super sit-up, 10 reps. We can throw ourselves up, but make sure we decelerate on the way down. Slow down, make sure the work comes from your muscles, not just gravity relaxing down. Okay, so 10 reps of the super sit-up. Forgot already what I had. Glute bridge leg raise. We drive single leg up, hips off the floor, 10 on the left, 10 on the right, so we'll swap halfway. Okay, hips never touch. And then we have the plank leg extension. Again, the same sort of variables make things harder or difficult. Sofa, easier, elbows harder. We think back of the knees to the sky. We have 5 on the left, 5 on the right. By all means, drop down to the knees. It's pretty much the same thing. Let's get ready. If you need an alternative, let me know. But I think they're pretty safe exercises in terms of joint strength and stuff like that. 4 minutes, big final 4 minutes. Definitely full body, but I think trunk specific. 3, 2, 1. Super sit up. Off we go. 10 reps. And this is where the AMRAP, for me, doesn't really make sense. It's obviously from the CrossFit world, which is a sport inside the gym. So a lot of it is sort of competitive numbers. But exercises like here, the super sit-up, doesn't really require speed. If anything, it requires less speed to make it difficult. So it's a bit controversial. And like I said, it came from the CrossFit world, so it works in the CrossFit sense. So glute bridge leg raise will probably take the majority of the time. Lower back, glutes, hamstrings in the glute bridge. And the leg raise again is going to get the abdominals and the hip flexors. And then the plank leg extension, 5 left, 5 right. Squeeze the glutes, super straight leg. Again, the work comes from when you're on the single leg plank. So if you try and increase that time during the single leg phase, you'll find it a lot more difficult. And we're halfway now. How many rounds have you done? See if you can double the number. Keep this up. Final few reps, final few rounds. Looking good, people. Keep this up. Well done. Helen on Facebook, I'm sure you're smashing it. 1 minute to go. Keep repping. Stay positive. Stay strong. Rep by rep. It's all about working for the 4 minutes. Less than 30 seconds. And relax there. Finish off your reps. Don't worry about the time. Well done. 4 sets of 4-minute AMRAPs ranging through the full body. Well done indeed. Grab yourself a drink, catch your breath, a well-deserved stretch off and cool down. So you may have a favourite. You may have one that was super difficult. You may have one that was super easy. It obviously depends on where your strengths lie. And that's why I like incorporating these different sort of full body exercises. Let's stretch off, let's cool down. We'll start, as always, with our static stance. Nice wide stance, just until you start to feel a bit of tension through the hips. Toes at like a 10 to 2. I'm going to place my hands on my hips, blow the hips forward, blow the rib cage out. Have a little lean back with the shoulders, just nice deep breaths. You may find a bit of an abdominal stretch. Then hips back, shoulders soft, arms down. Nice deep breaths. If you're confident, have a little bounce. Then we can go again, quite happily, 2 or 3 times, depending on how fast you want to go. Up and down, up and down, up and down. Whenever you're happy, you can sway side to side, toe to toe. Relax the shoulders, straight legs, or as straight as possible. Nice deep breaths. You can always grab the toes for a little bit of an extra pull and stretch. And then slowly up. Take your time. Make it a rush of blood. So just take your time. Figure of 4 then. Let's get the glutes. So right ankle on your left knee. Secure it in. Drive the hips down and back. Find the sweet spot. By all means, you can do exactly the same on your office chair. If you're working for long periods of time sat down, you can just about see me there. So you can push the knee down, lift the ankle up, and have a little lean forward. Fantastic stretch to do at your office. Make sure you get both legs. Heel to bum to get the quads and the hip flexors. Knees together, hips forward, both shoulders back. And again, really pull in with the arm. Find that sweet spot. Again, you can do a kneeling variation with your toes on a chair. Drive your hips forward, lean back with your shoulders. That's a fantastic stretch for the quads and the hip flexors. Make sure you get both legs. We'll get the trunk and a bit of the lower back as well. So we want to have big circular rotations, as big as you can. Definitely down these side angles, just to get a bit of the side trunk. We'll go 3 one way, 3 the other. The shoulders pretty much go in the opposite direction. And then we'll finish with the chest and the shoulders. We'll have fingers down, fingers up. Nice deep breath, side to side. Up and down. And relax there. Gemma and Helen, well done. Top work.
Thank you.
My pleasure, as always. Good to see everyone.
Yeah, have a good weekend.
Have a good one. Take care. Bye-bye. My pleasure, Helen. Well done. Take care. Enjoy.